and something I went over with Joe. I don't know if he touched on this. I'm assuming he might have mentioned it when I was jumping on the call a little bit late, but it kind of goes back to the old Eagle. The old Eagle, you on the very last page on the finish section, you would still have to click submit when you obtain the signature from the client. Okay. Well, once the client signs this one, and the agent signs it, it's automatically submitted. You don't have to click submit. There is no submit button. Okay. So that being said, obviously it's easy to apply. There's no, medical exam simplified issue. I don't need to kind of rehash on that. There's two ways to submit this. You can do an e-app or tele-app. Obviously, it's designed for quick touchscreen screen devices. Quick underwriting. When you hit the initiate underwriting button, the longest I've waited was 9.7 seconds. No phone call. For those that are brand new on the call, we built this originally 4 years ago as an innovative way to conduct an application. What I mean by that is it is a true instant decision. We run RX and MIB right there on the spot, and you get approved or declined message at point of sale. Okay, you get a policy number, so you know it's approved within 5 minutes of walking in the house. Okay, and I say 5 minutes because you got to build that rapport and at least see if they qualify. Okay, see if they qualify. Joe always uses a great voice inflection on that one. But the long story short, again, for those that are new, we were innovative back then in 2014 when we came out with Eagle. We're being innovative now, disrupting the marketplace of having a non-smoker rate for smokers. Again, we've worked out the kinks, on the Eagle app. I'm a firm believer in the next 10 years, instant decision or e-applications is the wave of the future. It's a must. I think paper is going to eventually just go away. That being said, let me kind of reiterate, this wellness program, this Quit Smoking Advantage, is only available for Eagle Premier, okay? It is not attached to our Ultra Protector whatsoever. It is only for Eagle Premier. That's probably the number one question I do get. And then it's kind of funny, the second question I get, which is I just find very funny, and it's a little bit, easy to answer, but I always get this question wherever I go, which is, well, what happens if the client dies in the first 6 months or 6 weeks of the policy? Well, I kind of pause because what do you mean what happens? As long as you filled out the application correctly and truthfully, we'll pay out the death claim. What I mean by that is I don't want agents to click on the non-smoker button when they're a smoker. Please, I cannot stress that enough. I promise you they're going to get a non-smoker rate if you click on smoker, okay? If you click on non-smoker, what did you do? You really effed them, because if they die within the first, such a lot of time in the contestability period, and obviously on MIB or RX, it shows that they were a smoker, we were going to have a tough time paying that claim, okay? And what goes back to what I originally said, which is we do pride ourselves on delivering a check when everybody else is delivering casseroles, okay? So, again, I highly recommend, if you have any questions that you might not raise your hand on Joe's call or you think it might be a little bit elementary, trust me, there is no dumb question. If you want to shoot it to me in an email after, you can, or give me a shout. But these are what these calls are for. So, again, I can't stress enough, you will be the most competitively priced product in that home. And what I've been told is smokers are about 30 to 40% of the business. And just take a closer look on the different rates and premiums. I'm not going to go through the frequently asked questions that we've had. I think I've touched on the biggest and most important ones. But again, kind of going back to Sales Connection, for those of you that are new to Americo, it is our e-app system. Again, we have instant decision on some of our other products, our med sups actually the end of this week, next week. And then obviously our HMS series, our term products. But Sales Connection for our final expense product, that's our flagship product, it is Eagle Premier. You go ahead and register an account. What I recommend you do is actually, if you would just want to, obviously go to www.americo.com, and you can go through Sales Connection tab at the top right, and then create an account. But once you do have an account, I recommend you go to scdemo.americo.com. That's SC as in Sam Charlie, scdemo, DEMO, scdemo.americo.com. And right there it's basically our demonstration website. You click on New eApp and go hog wild in it. I'm being serious. You cannot break the system. Practice in it. You can't break it, all right? Run through a few different apps so you know exactly what you're doing, before you try and do a first one in front of a client, okay? So, excuse me. That being said, Joe, I will kind of leave it up to you. I wanted to end on this, unfortunately, negative news, which is we are still waiting for those, if you're on the call, if you're in the state of California. California is the last state we're waiting for approval. It's on the state board right now. We're just waiting to hear back from them. I've been told it's any day, just because in any state where Eagle is, this is where this quit smoking advantage is as well. It's just California's taking a little bit of time to approve it. I have been told it will be approved. It's just a matter of time. So I didn't know, Joe, if you wanted me to touch on. Here's the thing. The great thing about the product, other than the quit smoking advantage, is there are attachments to it, like the accidentals built in with no cost, the common carrier clause, you can add a grandchild rider on there. There's a lot of good benefits, but I only have a select amount of time. I don't know if I heard Joe yawn already, so I will go ahead. I will go ahead and leave the floor open if anybody wants to ask me a question. Just remember, I am not allowed in our underwriting department because I would hit approve on every single button. So if you got a specific case by case, we can chat about that offline. So, Joe?
Yes. No, I'm not yawning, and I'm very excited about what you got to offer. Tell me the website we've got to go to again. You says SE Demo. What is it again, so we can tell everybody?
Sam. So scdemo.americo.com.
Okay. All right.
And they do have to be contracted with Americo to access that site.
Okay. So scdemo.americo.com, and then when they are going to do a true application, they've got to log into the Americo website with their agent number. From there, it's going to take them to a tab that tells them the Americo Eagle. Is that correct? To do an actual online application?
Yeah. So no, if they want to do a real application, just go to the Sales Connection website, which is sc.americo.com.
Okay. Okay. Good. Also, I got a thing here from Big Mike. When you fill out an application and you're going to get give them a non-smoker rate for a smoker, what do you put on the actual application? Okay, if you do like an actual eApp, you put them down as a smoker or a non-smoker. What are the rules on that?
Oh no, you put them definitely down as a smoker.
So basically, we're going to answer the question correctly. They're a smoker, yet you're going to give them a non-smoker rate.
Correct.
Okay.
If you actually, you know what? How would